Hello. Nice to see you again. I've made YouTube channels several times in my life. I've gone on, gone off, gone on, gone off. And now here I am in quarantine, still very bored, on the brink of, being made redundant at work. Feels like a pretty good time to start YouTube up again. I have decided, along with probably a large part of the world, that 2020 is a disaster and something needs to be done. I have my beautiful book of magic right here, and I made a mind map. Yes, you heard that correctly, of problems that 2020 has brought upon me. So, on my funky list of problems, we have quite a few things. Some of these things are tiny, some of these things are a lot more important. We'll delve into them. The first thing on my list of reforms is minimalism. What you can't see from the frame is I've got stuff on my bed. I've got so much clothes on my floor. All of my storage, and there's a lot of storage, is full. And recently I watched a video by Kelly Stamps, very good person, and she talked about minimalism and she was getting rid of things from her closet, and I was like, do you know what? I could definitely do that. The amount of times that I've gone into my wardrobe and gone, oh, that's pretty, but I've never worn it. I can get rid of these things very easily. More so, again, on the risk of redundancy, I can make some money off of it, which is always pretty cool. Not only that, but more space to think, space to live, space to not step on the things on the floor. Small room problems here. At the same time, with that minimalism and decluttering, it's also stuff like getting rid of apps, getting rid of social media accounts. There's a lot of notifications that can bombard you and media that can just completely take over your brain. Getting rid of that, even in the slightest capacity, it can be very helpful. It can be nice to not scroll on Instagram for 7 hours and instead find something to do in your minimalistic life. Do more with less. It's very interesting. And going along that same path of less notifications, less media, less stuff to deal with, we have the health problem. With health, it's very easy nowadays to just mistreat yourself. It's always good to have that kind of fresh start, clean start, get rid of things, detoxify yourself, have a little bit of a renaissance. I'm looking at both challenging the physical health and also the mental health. Do something, go somewhere, and feel better in your own skin. These clothes that I don't wear because I don't feel good in them. So why the hell do they still exist in my closet? From that exact thing of leaving the house, doing something, going somewhere, experiencing something that makes you feel happy inside and out, we go to the next problem: adventure. I am someone who needs to be out the house every so often because I lose my goddamn mind. I need a little bit of change of pace every once in a while. I'm a person of sporadic spontaneity. Is that a thing? It's a thing with me. Due to COVID stuff, that adventure period has gone down quite a lot. Again, worse for the mental health. Plenty of loneliness. We're not even... Whew. And again, adventures don't need to be expensive at all. Pack your lunch. Make a picnic. Go to Sainsbury's. Get a meal deal. Piss off. Adventures don't need to be expensive, brother. I'm meant to be getting a bike, which means, again, cheaper adventures. Just pack your lunch, get on your bike, cycle over, sit down by a lake, eat your food, experience the pretty things, and go back home. And I guess on that topic, we'll cycle into the new one. I'm so sorry. World issues. So everything that's been going on in the world in 2020 has been a very eye-opening and educating experience. For many people, it's been an extremely negative and just depressing time, and I understand that completely. However, the educating that we're all getting through this process is something that could break barriers. It's something that could change life as we see it. I live with a black housemate, so information about the Black Lives Matter movement was more accessible to me. It was easier for me to go up to her and ask questions and ask her how she feels. My own country, Poland, lots and lots of crap going down there. There's not plenty of influence that I can have on the entire situation. However, me educating myself, changing myself, I can make my tiny little speck of dust in the world a little bit brighter. And that's pretty cool. So in that, I want to be more of an activist. I've been trying so on Instagram already, at rosestarred. Go ahead. I'm going to be talking about Poland quite a bit. I'm going to be talking about things that aren't just the negatives that we hear about. I'm going to talk about the culture. I'm going to talk about the history. And I am going to talk about the negatives. And so, while hoping that I can make other people grow and evolve in their lives, I want to grow in mine too. So, again, this got me thinking about quarantine specifically because a lot of people have been learning languages, learning new skills, doing more things, and technically, sure, so have I. But I want to be fucking good at stuff. I've been learning Korean for a embarrassing amount of years. The progress that I've made in the last few is, again, embarrassing. I want to properly grow, move forward, progress in my life, and have something to show for it. More so, I have found topics that I'm really enjoying and I want to delve into properly, such as mythology and classicism. I want to know more. Knowledge is everywhere. I know where it is. I can find it. I've got friends who are studying things. I can just ask them. There are books. I have money, kind of, to get books. So, educate myself, grow, evolve, keep changing, keep becoming a better person for humanity to be a more interesting place. Some things are, again, smaller goals. Some things are bigger goals. I want to be self-employed. I want that to be the reality in the next few years. I want to be able to look at my bank account and go, I made that money. I made that money by doing the things that I do, the things that I love to do. I want to be able to make enough money to help other people, to make other people happy, to give people things that they've dreamt of for years, to give people opportunities that they've talked about so much. I want to make people smile. I made a resolution video at 16, and one of the resolutions in that was I want to feed people. Very random, right? I understand what it's like to be too depressed to eat. I understand what it's like to just not have the food that's actually good for you. I like feeding people. It's become a habit of mine, but also it was a resolution that did come true, that I managed to make come true, and I'm very proud of that. And so continuing on that, I want to keep being able to make people smile, if it's with food or if it's with an experience or if it's with a burger, an honest burger, it doesn't matter. I want to be able to grow enough financially, personally, to be able to complete those tiny and those huge ass goals. The final problem, it all ties together. The one thing that I basically mentioned in every single topic. Yeah, money's always a good thing. Come on. Everybody likes money, you know? But money is a bit of a weird thing, especially for teenagers turning into adults who haven't had to spend a lot of money in their lives. More so, haven't had a lot of money in their lives. I'm paying for the shelter that I have and the safety and the security. I'm paying for that now. I'm also earning money for that now, which means I have a little bit of a stronger grasp on this. With everything that's happening during this very interesting time, I'm on the brink of redundancy. Not fun. You gotta do what you gotta do. Ideally, I want to be making money from doing what I love, doing something self-employed. At the moment, probably not very possible, but this YouTube career, if it is a career, we'll see what happens with this again. Woo! It would be very helpful. It would be a good creative outlet for me, as I talk to myself so much anyway, might as well make money off of it. I mentioned earlier, I want to sell my clothes. Depop, money, clothing, sounds pretty good. I can do shoots, I'm a photographer. Fun fact. I can do projects, I can do collaborations. There are so many individual, independent things that I can do. Most likely I'm going to have to find another job soon. That's also going to be an interesting part of this experience because, again, with every job that you take, it's always a new learning curve. It's always a new learning experience. And that's basically it. I'll be making videos on these topics. I'll be talking about my young adult experience, so stick around to not only watch me do it, but also do it yourself, get inspired, keep going, grow, evolve, change, become a better person. You feel? That, my friends, is all for today. I will see you when I sell all of my clothes. I hope you're very well. I'll see you all soon. Stay hydrated, folks. Bye.